Hi, my friends. Welcome to Forever Yoga. Yoga for Self-Love 2. Why 2? Well, a year ago, on or about Valentine's Day, I filmed one of my early videos and I called it Yoga for Self-Love. And a year later, I feel like it's an excellent, appropriate topic to return to. And I'm going to layer on a concept to the idea of self-love, and that would be acceptance of change. Yep. The one thing we know for sure is everything is going to change. And it's kind of cool that I have this perspective myself in doing yoga videos in my Toronto apartment for a year. What has changed? Well, if you've been paying attention, there's a reflection in these glass doors I have over here of the construction site across the street. And you can see the red cranes in a lot of the videos, especially over the summer. The reflection of the red cranes, they're pretty cool. But guess what? In the last several weeks, really, suddenly what was once a hole in the ground is now literally a building. It's definitely taller than my building now, and it's kind of freaking me out. My neighborhood is changing, and I cannot stop it. And it's significant. It's a significant change. It changes a lot of things to have this new structure next door. Anyway, many things have changed in a year. For good, for bad, whatever that means, it doesn't matter. The point is, it's inevitable. So let's embrace that and practice yoga from a place of being okay with what is different. Please gather up what you need, maybe a block or 2 blocks, perhaps your yoga mat, and meet me back. We'll start the way I like to start. We're not going to change that yet. We'll start by getting grounded. Welcome back. Let's have some self-love by doing a check-in to just be in touch with what is. One of the nice things that you can develop over your life is mind-body awareness. And when you do so, it's helpful because then you can make adjustments when things are not working for you so well. Way to do that? It's pretty easy. Just take your mind into the soles of your feet and start to move. And as you move, your brain, your mind, and all of those proprioceptive things that is going to keep you upright are going to start to kick in. And you can consciously notice what you're feeling. We're connecting our minds to our bodies. All right, come to stillness, find a sense of being grounded. Find stillness, connect with that sensation. And again, this is a moment for checking in with your body parts. So knees, hips, shoulders, hands, face, jaw. Maybe move around your face muscles a little bit. Okay, and now let's begin some movement. So with your feet a little wider than your hips, let's do hip circles. Reverse direction. Bring your feet closer in, have them be touching, and do knee circles. Allow for your feet to go side to side. Now, if any of this is inappropriate or feels like too much, please reverse direction. Feels like not doable, please modify, do something else, figure out a variation that is going to be working for you, because we're all different. And what you might have been able to do a week ago today may not be on your menu, so that's okay. Don't stress it. Balance is a challenge for a lot of us, and we're going to practice it because it's great for our brains and our bodies. And if you need the support of a counter or a wall to do the next few exercises, please be my guest. Don't have to, this is your practice. Let's stand firm on the right foot. Bend and straighten, and then be still. The left leg is light, so you could lift the left leg up and down while the right leg is holding your body. Good. Let's pause with the thigh more or less 90 degrees and the left foot kind of flexed. Good. And then what about making happy face smiles with your left foot while balancing? Great. Good. Pause here. Bring the leg behind you and try to maintain the balance while bringing your heel towards your butt. Use your hamstring to do that. Yes, it's hard. And if you're doing it the way I'm doing it, it hurts. But it's working your hamstring and helping with your balance. Good. Woo. And then release that. Step up and down. We're going to stay on that same side. So once again, root down in your right. The left is going to rotate out. Baby tree. Toes are on the floor. Heel into the side of your ankle. Everyone do this. Press into your toes. Now slide your foot up a little ways, or not. If that didn't happen easily, just stay in baby tree. Now you can do shrub. Now you can do a little bit taller tree. So I'm moving my foot up and to a point that I can hold and balance without the use of my hands. Breathe. Rotate your knee forward. Lunge to your left. Just step down. Put the weight on the left foot. Let the knee go in whatever direction it wants to land. And then step up 2 feet together. Awesome. Root down in your left foot. Lift up on the right. Okay. So you're going to hold here. Find balance. Find breath. Happy circles with your foot. I say happy circles, like smiles, side to side. It's not a full circle. You can do whatever you want, but I'm doing side to sides. Just going one direction and the other to work on the mobility, flexibility of the foot and the ankle. Great. Pause here. Now this leg is going to come back behind you and squeeze your heel towards your butt, all the while still balancing. You really want to squeeze because you want to make that hamstring do some work. Are you squeezing and balancing? Loving your hamstring? Good. And then come forward. You can drop the foot, rotate out to the side. Start with the baby tree. So just rotate the hip, toes on the floor, heel touches your ankle. Be here now. Now, option, slide your leg up the side of your, no, slide your foot up the side of your leg, any amount. And see if you can get it even a little higher and allow for your hip to do a little work here. I know some of you are thinking, oh, she's pressing her foot into the side of her knee joint. It's okay. I'm really not pressing. Barely pressing. My knee joint can handle it. So can yours. Hold. Balance. Breathe. Okay. Pivot your knee forward. A side lunge to the right. And then back up 2 feet together. Excellent. Take your feet wider and put them on an angle. Place your hands on your thighs and sit down in a nice squat. Bend and straighten here. Bend and straighten. So we can start to get the legs worked up. Good, pause here. And then tuck the chin, roll up to standing. And again, sink it down. Sink it deep. Drop the head, round up to standing. And again, take it down. Awesome. Now from here, you're going to look over to your left and straighten the right leg. Place your left hand on a block or the floor. Your right hand, sorry, this is your right leg. Your right hand, you're going to your left. Rotate and look over your shoulder. And then we'll go the other way. Rotate, look over your shoulder. Notice I'm lifting up the extended foot, extended leg, and then come back to center. Good. Sink deep. You can use a block here, it's really kind of helpful. Bend and straighten, and roll it up. Great. So let's go ahead and come to our knees on your mat. If you'd like to get a blanket or something to put underneath your knees, that would be understandable. And grab your block and put it over to, let's say, to the right side of your mat, and come up to what we call tall kneeling. Knees, hips, shoulders, crown. From here, we'll bring the shoulders to your ears. That's your breath in. Exhale, roll your shoulder blades down your back. Do this several times. Feel your shoulder blades come forward. That's protracting. Elevation up to your ears. Squeeze, retract them together behind you, and drop them. So mind in your shoulder blades here. Great. Pause. Take your left leg out to the left and extend your right arm straight up to the sky. So from your shoulder blade, stretch it up. Now side bend over and find your breath. The angle of your leg and your foot is up to you. You might be happier with the knee up and the foot pointed, or you might be happier with the foot on toes going forward. There's no right or wrong, it's whatever you choose to do here. Breathe in the side bend. Good, take a breath and let it go. We're gonna bring this right hand over to a block or the floor and extend. Lift the left leg. Take the left arm over your ear and balance. Now bend the heel in and see if you can catch your foot for a quad stretch. If you can't, you can just put your hand on your hip. That would be fine too. Hold and breathe. Good. And release. Plant the foot down, come back up, and release. Curl your toes behind you and love your toes. And I'm going to turn so you can see what I'm doing. Curl your toes and sit back on your heels. Lean down and find your toes and make sure that they're all spread. Really powerfully good stuff. I know it's a little harsh for many of us to do this in a self-love session, but sometimes love hurts. Breathe. Okay, and release from that. I know you know that's a really important thing to practice. Okay, you're back to the middle of your mat on your knees. You're moving your block to the opposite direction. Good. So we did shoulder rolls last time we were here. This time, I'm going to ask us to lean back. I'm going to turn around. You can face the video, but I'm turning around simply to show you what I'm doing. I'm not rounding. I'm not sending my chest forward. I'm just leaning back. So it's like keeping everything straight and go back a little bit more. And again. Woo! And last time, keeping everything straight Go only as far back as you can hold this comfortably without it being a huge, scary place. Hold, breathe. Your hip flexors here and your hamstrings. Hello, everybody's on. And back up. Perfect. Okay. Now that you're back to center, we extend the right leg out to the right. Comfortable position for your foot. Reach from the shoulder blade up. Extend in a side bend over. And hold. Now, on your next breath, we float over, make it fun. Find the block or the floor and lift up the extended leg. Woo, hello. And reach that top arm overhead and balance. Modifications are, of course, understood if you need to keep the leg lower, if it doesn't want to stay up there for so long. And now bend the knee and release the arm behind you and catch your foot. And now you'll pull a little bit for the quad and the hip. If catching your foot is not doable today, place your hand on your hip. Hold here. Breathe. Okay. And when you're ready, you'll release the leg, come back up, do another counter stretch back, and two knees together. Let's sit in hero or Virasana pose, not on our toes, but rather on a block or your heels, and find stillness. Let's move on to our backs for some core workout. Okay, so let's go ahead, get things out of the way, and come down. You're on your butt, you're in the middle of your mat. Use your abs, your strong spine, and tuck your chin lower on down to your back. Once you're down here, you can take a moment to adjust everything so you feel comfortable. Maybe do some circles with your lower back. Reverse that. Massaging your spine, really nice thing to do. And moving those internal organs, giving them a beautiful massage. Lots of nice flexibility going on in there. Woo, circulation. Okay, so core workout for our self-love session. Oh my God, here we go. Interlace the hands behind your head. Lift your legs up so that they're bent and at 90 degrees. Take a moment, say a few prayers. And now, as you extend your right leg, lift your left, wrong way. As you extend your right leg, the right elbow is going to lift up and come towards your opposite knee. And down and switch, right? So you know the drill. So let's go ahead and alternate. So opposite elbow to knee. So you could keep your head up and do it like this if your neck thinks this is a good idea and is happy. Or you can go slowly and return to the floor, which actually is not a bad idea. So extend and twist. Keep going, please. Good. And release. Plant your feet on the floor. Take a breath. Place your hands right on the edge of your butt, palms face down, and draw knees in and extend straight up to the ceiling. While you're here, see if you can engage your abs, just tune into them. Know that they're there. And please begin to lower very slowly both legs towards the mat. Right before the heels would touch, bend the knees, bring them in, shoot them up. While you're up, flex your feet, spread your toes, open in a small straddle, close. lower again, down, knees in, shoot them up, open wide, close, and down, in, up, open, spread the toes, flex the feet, close, and down. Good, and in, and up, last one up. Release your arms this time and extend arms straight up to the ceiling as well. And here you want to download some love right to your solar plexus. You can do breath of fire workout here with your breath if you want. Pump your belly or just do long deep breaths, but hold. And go. Breath of fire or long deep breaths. Take a deeper breath in. And to release this today, bring your hands together like a clap. Drop your hands to your heart. Bend the knees. Plant them on the floor. Feet are grounded. While you're here, lift and spread your toes. And put your mind in your feet. Press down on the pinky toe mound, heel and big toe mound of your feet as you lift and spread your toes. You cannot see them, but you can feel them. So connect with your feet and your toes. And now plant the toes down, release your arms beside you, press down on your feet as you lift your hips up. Do not lift as high as you possibly can, but only to go to where you have a straight line with your, from your shoulders to your knees. And once you're here, drop the rib cage. You may have heard the instruction, lift your chest, do the opposite. Drop your chest, but keep your hips lifted. Engage the muscles of your legs, your thighs, your hips, your butt, your hamstrings. Feel a sense of pulling your feet towards your shoulders. Pull. Hamstrings do that work. And of course, please have easy breaths. Excellent. And now begin your release. So you'll let your spine come back to the earth. Come on down. And when you're down, lift your feet up off the floor. Place your hands, oh, happy baby. I think that's the best place to go from here. So your version of happy baby or whatever feels good right now. This is just a nice counter pose. You might place your hands inside or outside the soles of your feet. The thighs are more or less parallel to the floor. Feet are flat towards the ceiling. And your lower back and tailbone are attempting to drop towards the earth. If you enjoy doing a little happy baby rock here, you can certainly do that. Excellent. And then release. Take your hands outside the knees to draw the knees together. Plant your feet on the floor. Go into whatever full expression of a back bend is going to be happening for you right now. So perhaps a full bridge. Walk your heels in, close in to your butt, but about hip width apart. Root down in your feet, arms beside you. And this time you'll lift your hips up, but you will also lift your chest up. So this time you're getting the upper back bend as well. Interlace fingers, optional, and breathe. Some of you might actually want at this point to try a wheel pose, but I didn't necessarily warm up our upper back and shoulders for that, so scratch that. Let's stay with bridge. And breathe. And spine comes on down. Lastly, if you've got a block, you could get a block, or you could simply have your legs go straight up, the invisible wall, straight up an actual wall, shoulder stand if you enjoy shoulder stand, or my fave, place the block to your lower back. You could do supported bridge and just hang out here with your feet on the floor, or here you are in a supported inversion. Find your breath. feet to the floor. Lift the hips up to remove a block if that was your pose. And find your way to final relaxation. So if you're chilly, find a layer to put on. You'll want to be as comfortable as possible. We'll do a couple of minutes of relaxation. A pillow underneath your knees or blocks under your knees is often suggested to release your lower back. So whatever is supportive for you. Come into Shavasana and close your eyes. Please begin to deepen your breath. Start your movement, your stretching, wiggling of fingers, toes, whatever is your process to take care of yourself. Move slowly. Fetal position, great. If you'd like to take a moment to transition, you can hang in a fetal position and find your breath there. This is your practice. So no rush. And eventually, if you'd like to join me and finish the session in a seated position, do that. Once you have found your seat, it's always nice to have a final reflection, this time for yourself. Go back in and notice what's different now, what's changed in your energy levels, in your physical being, in your outlook for your internal self and your external self. And once again, embracing that the only thing we know for sure is that everything is going to change. And on that note, bring your hands together, give them a little rub. Draw prayer hands to your heart and do send a prayer first to your own heart, prayer to yourself, and then a prayer to those you love, to all beings around the planet. May all beings know love. And let's, of course, we must send a huge prayer and lots of love to our planet, planet Earth. Namaste. Thanks so much for joining me. As you know, I do these videos for you. I'd love to know that you're here, and to let me know that, click the like button, give it a thumbs up, and a comment below. What are your thoughts? Were you aware of what I discussed in the early part of the video regarding the reflection and how it's changed over a year of me doing these videos? Were you in touch with that? I want to know. Give me a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to this channel, and what else can I say? Oh yeah, sign up for my email list if you're so inclined. Thanks so much. Please take care of yourself. See you next time.